Making a quick video to update the strategy series. This is the Heikin-Ashi strategy and looking at more of a swings trade strategy. So basically we're just looking at the looking for shorts right now. So if we take this run up here, what we're looking for is the break of a green candle. So right here this would be a loss right here. So we'd have an entry here. Which take us into the close of the day, and you can see we gap up almost $2 right here. So if we size this position, let's say I'll do it, then we'll look at it. So 55.45. So entries at the break of the green candle. And stop is the high of that candle. So we have a situation here where we sort of hit an entry point as well. Alright, so looking at this candle again, let's just calculate what we're looking at. So 55.45 and entry is at 54.28. So we're looking at if we had a 1% risk to our account, which is an $1,800 loss, is what we're accepting, we would have about 1,547 shares. So 1,547. But what happens is that it gaps up overnight. So we get in here. We get in here and it closes here. So that's interesting. So would we stay in the trade or would we get out? Let's look at this on a regular. Actually, let's do this real quick. Let's add a simple moving average. We'll add 2. We're just going to make this the high and low. So let's make this a high. Current candle, okay. We'll make this the low. That way we know. There. One more change. All right. So you can see we have a break here, pulls down, but before the close of the day, so we break here, we get stopped out. It comes back up, it pulls back up. So I would say that would have to be a stop. So basically we're closing the day up over where our entry was. So at the end of the day we would stop out. So now we're looking for the break of a green candle, break of a green candle. Okay, so here we have another break of a green candle. Again, we get stopped out because the day closes higher than our entry point. Break of a green candle. Okay, so we jump up. So this is our last green candle. So always looking for the break of our last green candle. So right here we get in, and you can see we close lower than our entry point. So we stay in. We don't get stopped out. So again, the entry is the low, the break of the low. These are not Heikin-Ashi candles. That's hilarious. Let's try this again. Maybe that's why things aren't working out. Okay. So the break of the last green candle. So right here again, we get in, but it pulls up and gets stopped out because it closes, the day closes higher than we got in at. So here's our entry point right here. You can see that the simple moving averages here now represent what the normal candle looks like. So here's the high of the day. So we get in almost at the high of the day. Probably at open, most likely if we looked at it, and it breaks down. So as you can see, we just start stair-stepping it down and until we get stopped out as normal. So that's, let's calculate that real quick. So our entry is at 60.18. We get stopped out at 51.57. Or I'm sorry, was it 57? 51.75. And we're going to put our stop for position size at 61.76. That's just so we have a fixed risk. 61.76. So that is a $9,657 trade. We're risking about $1,800. Now keep in mind we did take a loss here. We got stopped out on that right there. So that adds into or takes away from our win. But that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 days. So about $1,000 a day. So that's not bad for a nice easy trade. Let's see if we can't find another example or two. All right, you see here. Here's a loser. And this right here is actually a gap down. So we'd try to get in right at the open. So if we got in at 60.29 and then we get stopped out at 59.46, but it's just it's a 4-day move, so it's not too bad. There's a loss right there. It's another loss. So we have an entry here. We'll stop out right here. So that's a 59.20. It's a 70-cent move. So basically, I mean, when you look at this, the swing trade strategy, you're looking, you're looking to make these. You're gonna take these small moves and these small losses, but you're always looking for this big move, like right here where we go, basically 59 to, you see the break right here, 59 to 53, or let's say 54. So that's a $5 move. Anyway, just looking at another piece to build, more ideas. Again, this is more of a swing trade setup, and we'll see what we can do with it.